Hey guys, it's Lori, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a pretty decent sized book haul for you guys. So I figured I would share with you guys some like Christmas presents I received and also just the books that I've acquired in the last couple of weeks of November and then the beginning of December. So without further ado, here are all the books. So the first book I have to share with you guys is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the illustrated edition. This book I actually received as a Christmas present from one of my really good friends. I've been wanting to get my hands on these illustrated copies for a while now, but I just haven't done it, and so I was really surprised to actually receive this as a present. I just want to mention to you that I actually haven't looked at this at all. I've seen it in the bookstore and in other stores, but I wanted to not look at it because I wanted to wait until I actually got it for myself to experience it. And all the illustrations in here are so gorgeous. This book is so beautiful. So I'm going to be attempting to read this to my kids if they're interested. I know my daughter's not super interested in Harry Potter, unfortunately, but maybe my son will be. The next books I have to show you guys is actually a box set, and that is the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. So I actually received this a while ago. I think it was in the last weeks of November or the beginning of December. I can't remember exactly when I received this. But these are actually the UK covers, and this box set I think is really hard to find now. And what's really funny is that I actually have the first book, just the regular US paperback edition. But ever since seeing these, I really wanted to get these copies because they were so pretty. And I still haven't read this series yet, but I'm planning on reading it hopefully pretty soon because this series sounds so good and I've heard that it is amazing. This series is just fantastic. The next book that I have for you guys is actually Al Crate's December book, and that is Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. So this is a YA contemporary, and it is, I think, about a bunch of seniors who are involved in their class production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. So as I've said before in my previous videos, I'm not a huge fan of contemporary. I like to throw in one every now and then, in between my fantasy reads. This one sounds okay, but I'm not super stoked about it. It's pretty small, and I think that it is actually a really heartwarming story, so I think that if I'm in a bad mood, then I'll probably pick this up. But the cover is really pretty too. This is actually the Al Crate exclusive cover, and it's really gorgeous. So the next couple of books that I have are actually from Amazon's most recent book sale. They had a whole bunch of really awesome hardcovers for really discounted prices. Some of the books were over 60, 70, 80% off. So I definitely got a couple of them. The first book that I have is Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. So this is about a girl named Alosa who actually is on the search for a map, I believe, some kind of treasure map, and she actually puts herself in a situation with pirates so she can find the map. It sounds like a really cool adventure, and I like reading about pirates, so I'm pretty excited about this. I know that the second book too is supposed to be released next year, and that one sounds really interesting as well. The next book that I have is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. So I've been wanting to get a copy of this book for a long time because it sounds like something that's right up my alley, even though it is a contemporary novel. This is about a girl named Kath who is essentially a fangirl. The story is about her basically being kind of obsessed with Simon Snow and going into forums and writing fanfics and just being a huge fangirl. And I know that this book references a lot of Harry Potter as well, so there's a lot of fangirl things that I feel I could definitely relate to. The next book that I have for you guys is actually a book that I've already read, and I technically already own it. But that book is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. If you guys watched my October wrap-up, you guys know that I read this in October, and I actually read this on my e-reader, so I didn't have a physical copy of it. I do already have a physical copy of Hunting Prince Dracula, so I wanted to actually have a physical copy of this one too. I really did like this book, and I love the series as well, so I just wanted to have physical copies of all of the books. On top of that too, this book is just beautiful. The cover is gorgeous. I really love the covers for this series. Also, heads up as well, Carrie Maniscalco just announced, I think a couple days ago, that the next book in the series is going to be titled, I believe, Escaping Houdini. So it's gonna be set in New York, and I'm just really, really stoked about it because it's gonna involve magic and Houdini and the US, like Audrey Rose and Thomas Cresswell in the US, and I'm just really, really excited about their next journey. The next book that I have to share with you guys is actually a middle grade novel, and that is The Adventures Guild by Zach Lauren Clark and Nick Eliopoulos. So I've been definitely wanting to delve into a little bit more middle grade. As some of you guys might know, I'm trying to read the Percy Jackson series and like a lot of Rick Riordan stuff. And this synopsis of this book really, really intrigued me because it sounds really, really good. So essentially, this is a group of friends who are trying to join different guilds. There's like the Mages Guild, there's the Merchants Guild, and then they have the Adventurers Guild. They all essentially decide to join the Adventurers Guild, and they go on a really, really fun journey that involves like magic and monsters and a whole bunch of other really cool stuff. I do believe this book too is based on Dungeons & Dragons, so if you guys are like fans of Dungeons & Dragons, you might really enjoy this book. Also really quickly too, like look at this cover. It is beautiful, and then look at the map in this book. Oh my goodness, that map is really pretty. The next book that I have is Tith by Holly Black. So I actually have a couple of Holly Black books that I am looking forward to reading, and I'm really, really looking forward to The Cruel Prince that's coming out next month. And I've heard a lot of people say that Holly Black is like the fae or like fairy queen. Like her writing about faes and fairies is just phenomenal. So I've been kind of just collecting books that she has that involve fairies or fae. And this one is essentially about two rivaling fairy kingdoms with a human, I believe her name is Kay, like kind of in the middle of it. So this looks like it's gonna be a really quick read. It's pretty short, and like, I just wanna mention too that the book is really small. I just thought it was really cute how small it is. The next book that I actually have, I got from Barnes & Noble, and I feel kind of guilty about buying it, but not really. And that book is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. So the reason why I feel guilty about buying this is because I'm pretty behind in this series. I think I'm still on Queen of Shadows. Like, I haven't finished Queen of Shadows yet. So yeah, like this is the most recent book, and I still haven't finished Queen of Shadows, and then there's Empire of Storms, and then there's this one. But the reason why I wanted to pick this up was because it is a signed copy right here, and I was just tempted to buy it. I was like, I want to get it. It was like the only signed copy left at Barnes & Noble too, so I just kind of picked it up. Also, it was on sale too, I believe, so there's that. I'm hoping next year I will actually catch up in the Throne of Glass series, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I have a lot of reading goals for next year. I'll go over that in another video though. The next book that I have is And I Darken by Kirsten White. So this book has to do with a female Vlad the Impaler. This is a retelling, I believe, of Vlad the Impaler, and it is told from a female perspective, a female Vlad the Impaler. So this is the first book in the series, and I know that there's a second one that I think recently came out, like in the last couple of months. I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy or if it's just a duology, but I'm looking forward to getting in this because I've heard it's really, really, really good. The next book that I have is A Shadow Bright and Burning by Jessica Cluess. So this book has to do with the very, very first female sorcerer. She can like set herself on fire, and she's just a really, really talented sorcerer. Of course, she's the first one. She travels to London and she comes into contact with some other sorcerer trainees, and she starts questioning if she is the chosen one, I believe. So I'm always really interested in reading magical novels, and the whole magic system sounds pretty interesting in this. I have heard mixed reviews about it though, so I guess we'll just have to see how it is. The last and final book that I have for you guys is Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. So as mentioned before with Tower of Dawn, I am behind in this series. I'm still working through Queen of Shadows, so I didn't really need to get this immediately, but this was on a really, really good sale during, I believe, Black Friday on Book Outlet. So I am going to eventually get to this, and I definitely wanted to get it at a really discounted price, so I grabbed it. And those are all the books that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed my haul. I know I've been doing like at least 2 hauls a month recently. I think I mentioned this in my last haul too. I really need to put myself on a book buying ban because I'm buying so many books, and like I'm not reading as much as I would like to. Or I just need to read more. Like, I think I just need to read more. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a legendary thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Bye!